Speaking of getting slim, Doug Embledge is doing that this morning. He is at a fitness boot camp and answering the question, is it diet or exercise only or both? Really, what does it take?
That's a great question, Norma, and it's something that Jeremy Burnett, the tall trainer of TallTrainer Fitness System, is going to answer for me. Although you're not that tall.
I know. You seem.
Oh, hang on. Oh, that's there. Now I get it. All right. Norma just posed the question. I know you have an answer. Some people might want to only diet or only exercise, but the basic message is that doing both is exponentially better than doing just one or the other.
Yes, definitely. I mean, we have people that may have come from just dieting alone, and it works. You will lose weight with just diet alone, but you kind of end up with that skinny fat thing going on, where your body is
lighter.
It's lighter, but it's still kind of mushy. It's not in the kind of consistency that you want it.
And then if you only try to work out, if you only try to exercise, you'll get some results.
Yeah, you'll get some results from the exercise. You'll get some toning. You will see some inches go down, and you will feel some energy. Your body will feel better, but it still won't have that dramatic of a change. You'll still have fat over top of the muscles.
Right. And then putting the two together.
When you put both of them together, you get the extra leanness of the nutrition stuff, where you actually get the drop weight, and you get the extra enhance of the exercise, which changes circumference and stuff like that. And when we bring both those together, like in our exercises here, we help people on the nutrition and the exercise. They really do some awesome stuff. Lots of inches drop, and the weight comes down too. So they get some lean, mean, tough people.
Yeah, we got a lot to learn from Jeremy this morning, and we are going to do it. But just in summary, what Jeremy was just talking about was diet only. Yeah, it'll get you there, lighter, but maybe still a little mushy. Exercise only. You'll get some toning and some energy out of that, but together you get the most dramatic results. And one thing I've learned, I am a student here of Jeremy in one of his boot camps, you have a lot of fun and you get the motivation when you put the two together, especially in a group setting like this. We've got more coming up. Stay with us.
It takes two.
We'll be right back. Speaking of the new year, how do you keep on track? You want to work out, you want to be good, you want to stick to the plan. How do you do it, Doug Embledge?
Good morning, guys. We're all about inspiration and motivation this morning, and there's another bit of motivation here at TallTrainer Fitness. It's right on the wall. Every decision you make either brings you closer to your goal or farther away from it. Boy, that's some wisdom. Jeremy, the tall trainer, is here with me this morning. Success for 2011. A lot of people are at that point where, okay, now this is the year I'm going to do it. But then they'll fail, or perhaps they'll fail. What are some of the things you can think about to make sure you succeed if your goal is to get in shape?
They will fail. There will be a point where you do reach some frustrations. You feel like a failure, and then kind of coming through that is the important thing. One of the big things you need to get through the sticking points is good reasons why. So if you don't have a powerful enough reason why you're doing this, well then as soon as you come across an obstacle, you're going to want to just bail out on it.
And then the nutrition part is so important too. People might go after, like we talked about last half hour, just the exercise and not pay attention. What's the best way to pay attention to the nutrition part of it so that you succeed?
The first thing you need to do is to actually keep a food journal. If you never actually journaled your food and kept track of how much you're having, weighing, measuring it, you'll learn a lot just from that. You'll realize there's a lot of things going on that you weren't quite aware of.
The other thing that you do boot camps here, and I know that your boot camps collectively last month alone, would you lose 290 pounds?
290 pounds in these groups. Now that's a tough month to lose it in December.
But one of the things that happens with boot camp is you have a partnership or you have motivation from the group. Is that one of the reasons they tend to work?
There's group accountability, and there's accountability to us, the trainers, also. And so you really want to try to work that into your program also. So whether it's with a personal trainer or just a workout partner, you want to have some accountability outside yourself. I'd love to believe that I had some innate awesome power to be able to do stuff on my own, but a lot of times I need people to hold me accountable too, because sometimes it's tough. Sometimes you're tired, sometimes you don't want to show up for the workout. But if somebody else is there, you will.
And that's a bit of my history. I know that I would work out well over the years for 6 months, but once I stopped, I was done for 6 months to a year and couldn't get that motivation to get going again. Another thing that I know you emphasize here, and that's why all these people are here in the middle of a week when they're normally off, is that it's fun. I mean, if it's not fun,
yeah, I mean, you're not going to stick with it if it's not something that you're enjoying. They're getting a lot more than just physical benefits out of this. they're hanging out. You can see some of them talking to each other a little bit. Some of them even have smiles on their faces, which is pretty weird.
You'll take care of that.
Yeah, we'll take care of that. But they're having a good time. They're interacting with other people, and actually, for some people, it's really a highlight of their day to hang out with people, and it's like a very low stress environment. You're just working out, having fun with people.
Coming up in our next hour, we're going to answer the question or finish the statement, the best workout for you is ... and we're also going to talk about that non-surgical tummy tuck.
You got our attention.
Yeah, we're listening.
Thanks, Doug. All right, we're going to have more with him, of course, coming up in our next half hour.
Thanks, Jeff. 3 words. Instant tummy tuck. Doug Embledge, take it away.
Yeah, we're going to get to that. That's my 3 missions today. I had 2, motivation and information, and now I'm adding a little perspiration. I've joined the boot camp for a few minutes here. I want you to meet some fellow boot campers, Dawn and Val. Dawn, you've been doing this for how long, the boot camp here?
For a year.
And you've lost?
Almost 80 pounds.
Almost 80 pounds. And Val, you've been doing boot camp here at TallTrainer Fitness for how long?
For a year.
For a year, and you've lost how much?
70.
Between the 2 of them, 12 children, 150 pounds lost. How about that? All right, now you got to go back to work. You thought you were getting a break. You're out of here. We're bringing Jeremy back in. We're going to talk about that instant tummy tuck in a second. But first, myth bust for me a few things. A lot of people come in and say, I got weight around here, I want to lose it. Is there a myth in that?
There is a big myth in that. And when you really think about it, it actually kind of makes you laugh. Let's say there was a really big guy and all he did was crunches. I mean, would it be possible that he had big flabby arms and ripped abs? I mean, it's just not going to happen that way. So you got to work out overall, and it'll eventually lose from there. But that's the last place that you get it going.
When I see healthy food, very often I say, you know what? I'm going to eat a lot of that healthy food and lose weight. Myth?
Yep. It's a myth. Healthy food is great for you. It's good for you. It can help with a lot of stuff. But if you eat too many calories, it's still too many calories, and you will gain weight that way. Or at the very least, you won't lose weight until you keep track of the amounts of the foods that you're having.
I've also heard a lot about the fat burning zone. What's the mistake people make when they hear that term?
The fat burning zone, they think they're going to burn a whole lot of calories, and they're going to do a lot of good stuff by exercising at a really low level. Technically, we spend all day in a fat burning zone, so doing our exercise there isn't quite the jolt to our system. It doesn't burn as many calories. So we want to take it above that, get some higher intensity, get the heart rate going. And there's been a lot of studies that say when you do interval training and resistance training, you burn a lot more fat and calories overall, and get a lot better results from those.
I've got they're really on me back here to do the instant tummy tuck. This is no surgery involved, right?
No surgery.
What is it?
Non-surgical. It's basically, you got to realize 2 of the reasons why our stomachs do that. One is it has too much fat. The other has organs that are pushing out on our abdominal wall. If we have bad posture here, our stomach is going to be sticking out. If we can roll the shoulders back, slide them down, and actually activate these lazy muscles that have kind of shut down for a while, we get an instant tummy tuck. And yeah, we kind of know that when we're at the beach, you kind of naturally want to suck it in.
Right.
And that's really how we just spend a little bit more of our day, is holding some of these lower abdominals in and making sure we have good shoulder posture. Our desk jobs and computer work and stuff like that draws us into this tough spot. We want to keep fighting against that. And we can slim our stomach instantly just by that.
And we don't have to be at the gym to do that.
No.
All right, very good. Coming up in just about 15 minutes, the best workout for you or me or whatever is ... We'll tell you how to figure that out.
Yeah, we're
Norma,
tummy
Jen?
tucking. We're tummy tucking.
We're so tummy tucking.
Yeah,
See?
I can't breathe.
We look good. We'll be right back.
So what is the best form of exercise for you? What's the right thing to do to get you motivated? Doug's got the answer. Hey, Doug.
Hi, Norma. A little motivation, a little information this morning. Let's do the motivation first. Take the full screen of my friend Kay, if you could. Is that up on screen now? Can you see Kay? Holly Maynard came here. Oh, not yet? Okay, there's Kay. A couple years ago, Holly Maynard came and we introduced you to Kay. She was a boot camper here at TallTrainer Fitness Systems in Canandaigua. Kay is still a boot camper at TallTrainer Fitness. This is Kay today. How you doing? You're like, you were working so hard and I interrupted. How much weight have you lost?
I've lost 90 pounds.
And how has it changed your life, do you think?
Completely. I was very overweight and very scared that I was going to die. So I found Jeremy in the Penny Saver and I called him, and was very scared to start and very hard to get through it. But I trusted him and trusted God, and I did it. And I will always go to boot camp. It's been over 2 years and I love it.
90 pounds and you feel better. I know
feel
you do.
wonderful. I'm off of almost all my blood pressure medicine, so that in itself is a blessing.
All right, go back to work.
Yeah.
Enough of a break for you. The best workout for somebody is ... and it's not necessarily here or this. It's all kinds of different possibilities, isn't it?
The best workout program is the one that you believe in and the one that you're going to work hard at. The idea that you're going to do the same workout program for the rest of your life is silly. You're going to try different stuff. You're going to do different things, especially if you want to be successful. You're going to try different things and various other activities. You really have to treat your fitness journey almost like a career. If you start a new career, you're going to have to do some reading, some studying, some learning about that particular area. If you want to stay successful at your career, you've got to keep learning and studying and growing in it. And it's the same kind of thing with fitness. We have to keep learning, trying different stuff, and keeping it interesting. If you keep the variety going and trying new different things, it actually makes your journey a bit more fun. It is your whole life that you're going to have to try to be concerned with your health and your fitness.
And no matter what, you don't get any results if you don't put in any effort. I mean, that sounds so simple, but so many people don't buy into that.
Yeah, everybody wants the instant fix. You know, they want to be able to buy something that just instantly does it, or some food or some pill that just magically does it for you, but generally anything worth getting is worth working hard for. And if you do the hard work, you can get some awesome results, and it feels great.
And maybe it's here and maybe it's somewhere else, but there is a link. We have a link on 13wham.com to Jeremy's website. A lot of good information there. All right, coming up, we're going to talk to some more folks who've been here a while, and we're going to also talk about some things you can do right at home to get you started in 2011. Norma and Jen?
Oh boy, we're watching them and we're looking at those exercises going, oh, I've done those. Those are so painful.
I'm thinking, good job, Kay. 90 pounds.
She's incredible. That's amazing. Good for you. When we come back, your morning rush will be commercial-free until after 7.
And we're talking more about what's happening in New York City and the big dig out. Thank you. People often wonder what Doug does between the morning news and the evening news. These days, he's working out, getting some tips from the experts this morning. How you doing, my friend?
Good, thank you very much. You know what, I had 3 friends of mine who lost copious amounts of weight, and I was approaching 5-0, which I'm almost at, and I said, I got to do something. And nobody likes a zealot. I'm not trying to preach for anybody else, but for me, this is what worked. And around this time of year, people are thinking, what am I going to do maybe to get in shape? And so we've got some good information coming up on Rochester CW. The trainers here, Jeremy, we met Jeremy. Then over in the background there, that's Bo. Hi, Bo. And then that's Sarah, who doesn't want to be on TV, so don't show her, Terry, okay? There she is right there, okay. And I want you to meet Rebecca. Rebecca has quite a story. We met some of the folks who've lost a lot of weight. How long have you been a boot camper, Rebecca?
A year.
All right, now, it was about a year ago, you were considering and about to get, right, lap band surgery?
I was in the program, and I had a few more pounds to lose before I would be eligible to have the surgery. And so I talked to my friend Kay, who said, come to boot camp, and I started losing weight, and I loved it so much, and then they said, don't lose any more weight or you won't be eligible to have the surgery. And I said, wait a minute, I'm not going to stop losing weight so I can have the surgery to lose weight.
Yeah.
So,
well, congratulations. How much weight have you lost?
58 altogether.
Way to go, 58 pounds, everybody. Hey, you know what? We've got a little time left. Jeremy always makes us do the sled. Let's make Jeremy do the sled. Come on, 30 seconds, let's go. The sled is called Rosie. Go, Jeremy, and I've always wanted to say this, don't stop until I tell you to stop. Keep going. Is that the best you've got?
That is the best, Doug.
Is that the best you've got?
Oh, my God.
More coming up on Rochester CW.
Thanks, Doug.
Come on.
Revenge is sweet. Revenge is sweet. Have a good day.
Well, you know, all morning long, Doug Embledge has been at boot camp, and he's getting us motivated as he is motivated. And one of the things he's going to talk about next is things you can do at home to get fit. A lot of people say,
right,
well, you know, maybe going to a gym isn't something I want to do, but there are ways to get fit at home.
And as Jeremy was talking just a few minutes ago before I made him do the sled, that you're not going to do the same thing for the rest of your life. You're going to do different things, and maybe it is something to get started that you want to do at home. So Jeremy's put together some stuff that we can just kind of demonstrate for people, stuff that they can do maybe if they just want to get started.
Yeah, so we got a couple people here that are going to show. First one is going to be squats.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to make sure our feet are wider than hips, and they're going to squat down nice and low. First thing you want to do is work on position. Number 1, so weight on heels, knees out, chest up. We want good posture while we're doing the exercise.
This looks easy, and I find that it's really not.
It's not so easy. Go ahead and come on up. So yeah, holding it down there and really working some of those deep, smaller muscles is important. Another one is going to be the push-ups. So if they'll come forward, they'll drop onto the mat here. Now, some of these people may not be the right exercise for them, so they really should work with a professional on some of these. But these are some ideas, and so they're just going to come down nice and low. Now we've got push-ups from the toes and push-ups from the knees.
Right.
And up. And down. Good. So they're making sure the shoulders are away from the ears, the abs are tight. They're really bracing well as they do that. Go ahead and come on up, all the way up.
You always emphasize that no matter what we're doing, you're
right.
always talking about the abs and keeping that brace
Yes.
to prevent injury.
Keeping those abs pulled in, yeah, there's a big responsibility to protect our lower back. They can take up just about 60% of the pressure that our lower back might otherwise take on.
Now, what if you do get hurt? What if you have an ache and a pain? It easily becomes an excuse not to work out.
Yeah, I mean, one way to think about it is what percentage of your body is still good. Yeah. You know, if you have a bad leg, you know, a knee, ankle, you know, things like that. I mean, you still have at least 75%, if not 80% of your body left. There's a lot of great exercises. We use the exercise bike over there a lot as a filler because it takes a lot less pressure on the body, and you can take one joint or one limb off of that bike and still get a good workout.
Okay. Show us something else we can do at home.
All right, the field goal squeeze. This is a great one for posture. So they do one foot slightly forward. They're going to squeeze the shoulders down and squeeze them back. What they're really trying to do is see if they can get their shoulders to drop away from the ears there,
yeah.
And they're going to squeeze in between the shoulder blades. So they're really getting under. Let me see if I can show real quick.
Yep.
Right under here.
Right.
And then back behind in
Middle of the
between.
back. Yeah.
This guy's my dad, actually, by the way.
I didn't make him do the sled, did I? No.
And then go ahead. Let's come down to a plank real quick. They need to see a quick little ab thing here. So onto the elbows, just pulling the abs in nice and tight. Plank from the knees is just as good as plank from the toes. It's important that they control it. So if they need an extra challenge, they can go to toes. If they need something hard on that, they can even lift one foot off, like Kim's showing here. Kay's got one going there. And there's lots of other things you can add to a plank, but it's a really good, solid abdominal variation. Our abdominals aren't made for as much movement as we make them do in our exercise a lot. They're really more of a bracing muscle.
Right.
And so we want to do stuff like this where we ask them to brace and pull in well.
Well, thank you for having us this morning, and thanks for gathering all these people together.
Thank you for the sled there, Doug.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, sorry about that. You were the first person I saw.
I'm still catching my breath.
Jeremy's website is TallTrainer.com. There's a lot of good information on there. He blogs about nutrition and things like that, and in different exercises you can do. A lot of motivation there as well for whatever you choose to do to maybe get in shape in 2011.
Hey, Doug. That sled should have been covered in ice, and do you know why?
Why?
Because revenge is best served cold.
Oh, very nice.
I have to say, Doug, you better be careful. I have a feeling Jeremy may be making you do that
when
sled
the camera stops rolling.
When boot camp starts again, that I made him do the sled. Don't be silly.
Look at him behind you. He's sitting standing there like, yeah.
He may not let me leave this morning until I do the sled.
Great work, Doug. Thanks to everybody out there.
Great stories.
Stuff.